We start today with that suspect in Arlington, Texas, and that high school shooting. He is now in custody. 18-year-old Timothy George Simpkins has been apprehended by authorities, and a weapon has now been recovered. Police say Simpkins brought a gun to Timberview High School, opening fire during a fight in a classroom. 3 students injured, along with a teacher. Joining us now, Dale Topham. He's a teacher at Timberview High School. He was there during that shooting. So, Dale, what more can you tell us about Timothy Simpkins, or anything you might know about this fight that he got into and what it was all about?
I was not in that classroom, so I don't know. I was in an adjacent classroom. So what we heard, me and the students heard, was a bunch of gunfire. So we just, ducked, turned off the lights and got out of sight and tried to go through the normal lockdown procedures.
Do you know this student? Do you know Timothy?
I do not, because I'm a Tarrant County College instructor. I was on campus to teach a college course to high school sophomores. And
Dale, we're so sorry for what you guys have been going through, and I have to ask this question. How do you think a gun made it into your high school?
I have no idea. I really don't. They've got security measures in place. They've got it. You have to get through at least 2 locked doors. So I don't know. So for one thing, it's not my high school, so I'm less familiar with it. So I don't.
Fair enough. Can you tell us, Dale, how you learned about what was going on? What was your reaction? What happened?
I learned about it bit by bit as information was coming in. My students were the ones who realized it was gunfire. At first, I thought it was a bunch of people throwing desks, but my students immediately said, "Hey, that's gunfire," and sprang into action.
Had you gone through training for anything like this, Dale? Because it seemed, when we saw from the pictures inside, that students seemed to know how to barricade themselves, lock themselves in the classrooms or the offices. Kind of tell me if any training. Actually, I'm seeing the picture now that you took inside the classroom. Clearly, you had an idea on what to do once you realized it was gunfire. Did training go into effect? I mean, tell us how you instructed the students and how you all came together to protect yourselves.
Okay, so Timberview High School, they conduct practice drills for active shooter drills, and where I teach at Tarrant County College, they do the same. So but it was clear to me that the students had been well trained, because once the shooting started and they realized it was shooting, there was no hesitation, no confusion, no chaos. They just immediately sprang into action and went through all the steps that you're supposed to go through. The one tricky part, and why you see the picture, is that because I'm a TCC instructor, it was not my classroom. And so the teacher whose classroom it is had the key to the door, so we could not lock it. And protocol said to lock it. So since we could not lock it, some of the students pushed a big bookshelf in front of the door, and then they got ambitious and just kept piling desks in front of it.
You know, Dale, it is a terrible judgment in our country that students are expert in this kind of self-defense around the country. And whenever we hear about these shootings, we all ask the same question: why is it happening? What's going on? Have you got any thoughts on that? What message would you send from your experience today?
Good question. I guess the main message would be to knock it off. Just make it stop.
Dale, Terry asking about a message. If we go back and look at that picture that you took inside the classroom where you said your students put the bookshelf in front of the door and the chairs, I noticed right above the door, it says, "Make yourself proud." What a statement to see, considering what happened today, how they responded. I'm sure they made you proud when they knew to react so quickly.
Yeah, they did. They did. They handled it very, very well. You know, they're 10th graders. They're just a bunch of 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, but they knew exactly what to do, and they did it.
It's a sad reality that they even had to do it. Well, Dale, we're so grateful that you're able to talk to us, that your students made it, that the school got the all clear, and the suspect is in custody. Dale Topham, teacher there at Timberview High School. Thanks for calling in, Dale.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.